In this video, we are discussing the recent tragedy that happened at Camp Mystic. Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Omomi, aka Petite Diva, and in this video, we are discussing what happened at Camp Mystic. Yes, some girls unfortunately died, and I think some of the staff also died. And we are talking about some people's reaction to that tragedy. Now, some people have said some nasty things about what happened, especially a lady called Shade, I think, or Shade Perkins, and some other people that said some things. So in this video, we're going to listen to what Shade or Shade Perkins said. We're going to hear what people have to say about what she said, and then I'll come back to share my thoughts. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, just consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now let's get into this video.
I know I'm probably going to get canceled for this, but Camp Mystic is a whites only girls Christian camp. They don't even have a token Asian. They don't have a token black person. It is a all white only conservative Christian camp. If you ain't white, you ain't right, you ain't getting in, you ain't going, period.
To say that those little girls deserve to be swept up in a river because they were going to an all-white girls Christian camp. Sadie Perkins lost her job and she is currently being canceled because that's exactly how she felt about it, and she's being very vocal about it. Double down, and she feels this way because their parents are MAGA supporters. Look, girl, I don't care who them people voted for. When it comes to kids and a tragedy, like,
You forget all that rubbish.
what are we talking about? I'm talking 27 plus people lost their lives, and most of them being children. And some of them are still unspoken for. Like, they don't know where these kids are. And I heard someone say that she's a pastor's wife. Like, very on brand, very vocal about hate. The same thing that you're preaching about that they do, you're doing just that. You know, I don't wish bad on nobody, but babe, I feel like the internet is the worst thing that ever happened for people because they don't know how to read the room. Like, why would you even post that? First of all, why would you have those type of thoughts towards kids? And then why would you post it?
Let me tell you the God honest truth, Sadie Perkins. The reason why you feel like these white girls got too much sympathy is because you don't care about your own color. You don't care about your own people. If you watch BET, you watch rap videos, you watch like the black culture, you look at the black neighborhoods and things like that, all you're ever going to find is a bunch of black people degrading each other. You know, you look at these movies, you're going to see a bunch of black men degrading women. You're going to see a bunch of women who are fighting over men, and you're going to see a bunch of men who are filming the show and laughing, you know? And then you have this whole culture that basically praises that. So yeah, the world probably looks at a bunch of black people and they say, you know what? Those people don't care about themselves. They don't value themselves. So why should we? And that's the God honest truth. Now, there was these little kids that were missing in Colorado, and I shared the post because I want them to be found, because I love everyone equally. If you loved everyone equally, then you would feel the same way too. But at the end of the day, if you can't love yourself, I can't expect you to love anybody else, you know? And that's just who you are. You're a person that has no love. You're no different than, you know, the KKK when it was founded within the Democratic Party. Your ideas, the way you speak, the way you talk about other people, it's just as disgusting. And guess what? Racism doesn't look good on anyone. So it doesn't look good on you. And yeah, you're just not a great person.
Trash of an individual set up a donation page attempting to raise $25,000 after talking bad about these kids because of the color of their skin that lost their lives to a flood at Mystic Camp. Well, so far, this trash is failing because she's only raised $200, which I wouldn't be surprised if she was the one that donated that $200 herself. And here's something else that I just found out. She's talking bad about these kids that are white, but her boyfriend or husband, whatever he is also white. And not only that, This man is a pastor at a church. So that means you're also supposed to be a woman of God, but yet you're wishing death upon people and their kids. And every time her page gets taken down on TikTok, she creates another one. And I'm not sure who keeps following this person. But she has suffered some consequences to her actions so far, because apparently she got fired from her job, and then trying to raise that money is not working out. So I know financially she's probably stressing right now. You can get away with saying a lot of things on this app, but when it comes to kids and wishing death upon them, that is wrong. Absolutely crossing the line.
And another thing, I find it quite suspicious that right after a major tragedy with like 20 plus people died, that a random TikToker with 7,000 followers is who y'all want to interview. I find that really strange. I'm starting to feel like I'm becoming the scapegoat.
And there you have it, folks. Now she's the victim. You ain't gonna backpedal out of this one, girl. You know, they want to interview you because they're wondering what kind of human would say something like that. They want to know why somebody would say something so vile just for a little clickbait. But what you said and your comments afterwards and your doubling down videos are some of the sickest things I've ever heard any human say about anybody. I wonder how your Caucasian pastor husband feels about that. And what's even worse is you trying to play down this like, oh, it's just 20 people. Over 70 people are lost, dead. Wow. Many of them children. Fathers lost their little girls. Mothers lost their daughters. And then you would say shit like that.
Sade Perkins spoke her truth about Mystic Summer Camp flood. Now here's the thing about the truth. Sometimes the truth is unwelcoming, it's distasteful, and it's downright ugly and unwarranted, and it could be misconstrued. Now what y'all gotta understand is that if it was young girls that look like me, they wouldn't get as much news coverage. It wouldn't be so much publicity behind it. But let me just say this. I don't think when Sade wanted to cause awareness and wanted to out hatred, that she was actually gonna out herself and let us know and make us aware that she has a little hatred in her heart herself, because she's lacking sympathy, empathy, and also humanity. Because once again, these are children. Children. I don't see your color when it comes to children. I see children who need to be brought home. I see some children who won't make it home. I see some children who have forever have to live with this tragedy in their head. That's what I see. And Sade, here's my thing, and I'm gonna tell you the truth to you, sister girl. You have every right to vocalize the way you feel, but you're not no different than the people who really are hatred, people who really have hatred in their heart. You're not no different, because you just showed us who you are. And I agree with some of the things you said, but I'm gonna put on my rain boots and go and help these little girls. I don't give a care how you feel, because if this was my little girl, I want you, whoever, to come out and help me save my baby, okay? Or put my baby to rest. I'm just being truthful.
I know you fucking lying. Hey, hear me out though. She know what she fucking doing. She knew that shit was gonna get blown out of proportion. Yeah. She knew this shit. This was strategically planned. And then she's going to play the victim role, and then you do the GoFundMe, GiveSendGo, whatever the hell it's called, whatever platform they choose you to get money, right?
Get that.
And she tried to make the shit about race and say, well, they don't look for black kids. Why should we look for white kids? Kids. We need to look for all kids. And these be the same motherfuckers that when they get the Amber Alert on their phone, they turn their phone off and don't pay it no attention. So stop the games. And that's why that other one with the two Frankenstein shits in her face made that video trying to mimic her to get that 15 minutes of fame. And then she has a record that she's trying to threaten people with, like, yeah, I'm really about that. I got no background. I've been to jail. If you come try me, I do it again. I ain't scared of jail. Blah, blah, blah. Man, listen. She's trying to capitalize off this shit. Fuck that. And to the several people that sent her something, you too.
Wow.
Then she tried to say it only got national coverage because it was white children. That's wrong. Stupid. It got national coverage because that was a hell of a flood. And then it took the kids away. It was already getting coverage. I ain't even finna lie. This is some sick, demented bullshit. Man, you gotta be sick in your mind to try to monetize off the death of kids. Death of people in general. Just to get a little TikTok fame. So honestly, I say we just stop making videos about that, because now she's going to monetize off that, and we don't want that, right? Nah, we don't.
Exhausted with white folks, and I am done with y'all's. It is exhausting.
Oh, that's the boyfriend.
Y'all, that is her husband, and she has mixed kids. Let's not forget, this is what she said about the kids at Camp Mystique. I'm about to put it in right here. I have done some digging on this girl the past couple days. Okay, one, her profile has been private, and then she went unprivate because she got into the creator fund. But all her comments are off. So if you guys go report her page so we can get her taken down, because she's not about to make money. She's not about to make no money. Her husband is a pastor, but they're in like some weird cult type of money laundering type of religion is what I've been reading. She's been arrested a bunch of times for stealing money, burglary, like all kind of crazy stuff. I don't know. Something is really delulu with this woman. But y'all got her scared because she saw a video of her. She was going to buy pew-pews and she's a range. She also, I saw, lost her job. They also own a farmer's market, but I saw that hasn't been open in a while, so I don't know if it's still going on or not. But she did have a job that I saw lost it. She lost it. Personally, I think this lady is delulu and she's just trying to get some attention online. And sadly, she's going about it in a crazy, weird, strange way, which a lot of people do online. But yeah, she's just delulu. So baby girl is just an attention-seeking scammer, but now she's being really strange on top of this. So I don't know what's going on with her, but she needs some professional help. Yeah. This lady lives in Texas, which is worse because that's where the Camp Mystique incident happened. So it's really sad to sit here and speak on your own state that you live in like this about a really terrible incident. But I do hope karma comes and gets her.
I know I'm probably going to get canceled for this, but Camp Mystic is a whites only girls Christian camp.
Not only is this divisive, but it's quite literally sick. It's disgusting. And as a matter of fact, this isn't surprising coming from someone who operates out of witchcraft, who's a blatant witch. So not only am I going to call you out on your racism, but I'm also going to call you out on your craft to tell you to repent, for the end thereof is literal damnation. With that being said, it is not surprising coming from someone who practices ancestral worship. When it comes to this Yoruban religion that these people practice, disgusting Ifa stuff, witchcraft stuff, the reality is that they emphasize on the superiority of skin color over anything. So they're sick enough to justify the death of these innocent little girls, all because it was quote unquote all white. With that being said, the devil is a liar. And I pray that the parents, if they ever see this, that you know that not all Black people believe this way. Not all Black people agree with this. For even the 2,000 and something people that like this need to be warned and need to repent. But this is absolutely disgusting, and they themselves are on their way to hell. I pray comfort over the families, those of you who have lost your children, that although you may never be able to get them back, that the Lord comforts you in such a way like never before, that you get to know Him and know that there is a day that's coming where you'll be able to see your child follow Christ alone. Anyway, God bless you guys. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
She was a Houston mayoral.
I gave her 5 hours, though. I was nice. I was kind. I asked for it. I said, you take this down or I'm going to make you famous. And a lot of people think, like, I can't make them famous. I can make you famous and infamous. Your name will ring bells to the end of time. Because of me. Fuck, who else did anything? Shout out to the New York Post for writing this story about Sadie. Sadie, you're famous now. You've gotten everything you wanted. You're infamous now. Wait till tomorrow. There's more to be written about you. You don't talk about kids. And the other guy made the video on you. The other guy, let me tell you this, boy. I would just log off. You're talking about children who have lost their lives. I'm not done.
Hold on, let me get this straight. Sadie Perkins come on here and say horrible things about the children that lost their life at Count Mystic because they are Caucasian. She's married to a Caucasian pastor and she's a but that's not even the kicker. When Sadie Perkins came on here and said those horrible things about those children, she had 7,000 followers. Tell me why Sadie Perkins now have 11,000 followers and is in the Creator Rewards program. But this is what y'all support. Y'all act like y'all don't support it, but y'all really do support it. There's no way this lady should be in the Creator Reward program less than 48 hours after she said all these horrible things about children at that. She truly believes they got what they deserve. But now she have a platform and she can now be paid to say more horrible things. But there's people out here making content that can't even get a follow. Make it make sense.
A woman from Houston who made terrible comments about the skin color of the little girls who lost their lives in the flooding in Texas last week has now lost her job and started to try and raise money and has failed miserably. So this woman is Sadie Perkins, who lives in Houston and made some terrible comments about the skin color of the little girls that lost their life during the Camp Mystic flooding. She made comments about how in the pictures on the website, it was majority of white girls and not really Asian or black women. Even though in almost every one of the pictures on the camp, there was someone of color, but this camp does not say that they are only for one race or the other. It just happened to be that that was the majority of the skin color of the little girls that went to the camp. Well, after this woman made this giant video mocking the white girls who lost their life, she was only to raise about $200 out of her $25,000 goal. Now, this is the same woman right here whose boyfriend, who is a pastor, had to go in front of his congregation this past Sunday and apologize for his girlfriend's comments. He said her comments have caused harm to many who are experiencing terrible loss and anxiety. Not to mention, this woman was on the Houston's Food Insecurity Board, meaning she was supposed to look after people who were already underprivileged, not being able to get food, and this is how she treats people that were a part of a dire situation.
We have an update on these two people who had horrible things to say about the floods in Texas. First, this guy, Eric's for all.
I don't care about you people. I hope you suffer worse than anyone.
His account got banned. And then I saw this email, and apparently he's been fired from the car dealership he works at. Turns out cheering for the death of young children is pretty awful. Oh, in Sadie's world,
Camp Mystic is a whites-only girls Christian camp.
fired by the mayor for a public board position, but now she has a give, set, and go trying to raise $20,000. The fact that she's even able to raise hundreds that she has, it shows how scummy some people are in this country. Oh, and this is her new account here.
They don't even have a token Asian. They don't have a token black person.
I hope the parents of these kids regret every day voting for Donald Trump.
Oh, and here's Eric's new account, Eric for All. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. Follow, repost.
The parents of these children who are choosing, and it is a choice in 2025, it is definitely a freaking choice to go into East goddamn Texas and to make a all-white enclave exclusionary just for white people, with all the black people in East Texas, with all the Hispanic people in East Texas, somehow, some way. Well, since y'all got my live taken down, I guess I'll just chit-chat in a video. I mean, I don't understand all this, extraordinary hate or whatever. Like, I get that white people are not used to people telling them and calling them out on the radio and telling them about their double standards and how you wouldn't give a damn about other children and how there's children in ICE detention right now who y'all don't give two fucks about. There's no prayers going up for them. But we're supposed to stop the world and stop everything we're doing to go and hunt for these little missing white girls. Again, I actually have empathy, so I can put myself in other people's shoes and understand that that's pretty, but it seems like y'all don't get that. Y'all don't get that. Y'all don't have the empathy gene, for sure.
Okay, so we've seen what Sadie Perkins had to say. We've seen what people have to say about what she said. I would love to hear what you think about what she said. Please leave your comments in the comment section. Now, I don't understand what is wrong with some people. When we are talking about kids, I expect that adults should have more sense and be able to be more empathetic and sympathetic. Yes, their parents voted for Donald Trump. Their parents are probably MAGA. Their parents are any which way they are. But the kids, what did they do? Did they vote? You don't even know if some of those kids would grow up to be better than their parents, to be more empathetic, to be more sympathetic, to be better human beings. You are saying because they are white that they deserve to have their lives cut short at their age. It doesn't make sense. Why would you say that? And you're saying that because if it was other people of color, their parents will not be bothered, blah blah blah. The children, would they have a say in whether their parents should be bothered or not? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. They are children, for goodness sake. Girls, why would you say because they went to an all-white Christian camp? Meanwhile, there are all black Christian girl camps. Why are you doing like as if, no, we don't have all boys camp, all Christian, all girls camp, all Christian camp, different variety of camps? Why would you not say because of they look like they are all girls Christian camp that they deserve to have the children that attend the camp die? It doesn't make sense. You say because of their parents voted for Donald Trump that the flood should kill their children. Why? And you cannot tell me that you are saying this out of a place of you feel you are a better person. You're not a better person, in my own opinion. You're as worse as the parents. Because how would you open your mouth to say so? Plus the white guy, plus the Said Perkins. I actually saw a pediatrician say something like that she prays that the non-MAGA children, the non-MAGA people are not going to be affected by the tragedy. For the other ones, she doesn't concern herself. And I say, you are a pediatrician. You are supposed to take care of kids. You are a doctor taking care of children. Say that's nonsense. How is it that you feel that way as a doctor? As a doctor, you're not supposed to have that kind of attitude. As a healthcare worker, you're not supposed to have that kind of attitude. As a doctor for children, it is much more terrible for me to imagine. You're satisfied that kids, girls died because you feel that their parents voted for Donald Trump. Why? Now that pediatrician was fired and I'm like, heck yes. Because that's rubbish. Only God knows what she's doing in our consulting room. Maybe if she noticed that the family wears Make American Great cap, she's going to tell them that she cannot do anything for the child. Because for someone to insinuate that she's happy that the kids died, it means that she can do nonsense when she's consulting. I really don't understand. I don't get it. The people should not be like that, and you cannot excuse your bad behavior, your bad thoughts on, oh, if it was the other side. I am positive that if it happened to black children, she will still not give a rat ass. Now we're finding out that she has a Caucasian partner. Now this is my own personal opinion and I might be wrong, but personally I've noticed that some of the women that are always pro-black culture, pro-black everything, and always seem like they're anti-white, anti-Caucasian, anti-other race, they usually have partners that are Caucasian, that are white, or non-black, most times Caucasian. And I'm wondering how you keep on hating on the race and end up sleeping in the same house with the same person from that race, with a person from that race, the same race that you're always attacking. Are you not afraid that they will attack you? Or I don't get it. Now, I'm not surprised based on what I've noticed that she has a Caucasian partner. I don't know whether it's husband, boyfriend, everybody's saying different things. Because, like I said, I've noticed that pattern. She is obviously not a good person. Now, she sets up a fundraising campaign trying to get $20,000 because she feels like she is being targeted after she said the rubbish that she said, and she has doubled down on what she said. So she's not even sorry that she said it. She's not even sorry about the consequences. Like you said, she might get cancelled for it. She was already prepared for it. I think maybe she thought maybe she will be able to raise a lot of money, but she still has raised up to $500 out of $20,000 or $25,000 that she's trying to raise, which I think is very ridiculous, because that kind of person should not be able to raise that amount. But then again, people fuel a lot of hate and the rest, both from the white side and from the black side. So I'm not kind of surprised that people are donating to that, and people, over 4,000 people followed her before our page got taken down. Anyway, I think that thought process from the people who felt like because of the parents voted for Trump, because they are MAGA supporters, because they are Republicans, and because they are white, they deserve to lose their children. It is wrong on all forms, and I stand by it. Now, you might have a different opinion. I would love to hear what you think about it. So please leave your comment in the comment section so that we can get this discussion popping. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe. And don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.